Why does saving money feel impossible today? You earn. You try to be responsible. And somehow there is nothing left. It can feel like your bank account is running on a treadmill that keeps speeding up. And for many Americans, that feeling is real. Saving used to follow a simple rule. Spend less than you earn. Put the rest away. But today, the basic cost of living takes a much bigger share of income. When the floor of your expenses rises, there is less space above it for savings. To understand why saving feels so hard, we need to look at how the system has changed. There is not one reason. There are several forces working together. When you see how they connect, the struggle starts to make sense. Some expenses are not optional. Rent, groceries, utilities, insurance. Even when inflation slows down, these core costs often stay high. You cannot simply stop paying for heat, or food, or electricity. So a larger part of every paycheck is already spoken for before you even think about saving. You might get a raise. 4% sounds good. But if prices rise at the same time, your real buying power barely changes. On paper, income goes up. In reality, the extra money disappears into higher bills. A small raise can be erased by one car repair or one higher utility bill. So income growth does not automatically turn into savings. Housing is the biggest expense for most households. Rent and home prices have risen much faster than incomes over the past 2 decades. Nearly half of renters spend more than 30% of their income on housing. When housing takes that much, everything else gets squeezed. Retirement savings, emergency funds, healthcare. Housing becomes a fixed weight that limits financial flexibility. Technology has changed how we spend. Services like buy now, pay later split purchases into small payments. Each payment feels manageable, but several small payments add up. They quietly drain monthly cash flow. At the same time, constant online exposure encourages impulse spending. Small treats feel harmless, but repeated often, they reduce what could have gone into savings. More people work freelance or gig jobs. This offers flexibility, but income can rise and fall month to month. In the past, many jobs included benefits, health insurance, retirement plans. Now individuals often carry that responsibility alone. During a good month, you might save. During a slow month, you spend those savings just to stay afloat. Consistency becomes difficult. Healthcare and childcare costs have risen sharply. Family health insurance can cost tens of thousands of dollars per year. Childcare in many areas rivals a mortgage payment. These are not luxury expenses. They are necessary for many families. When these costs rise faster than wages, they absorb money that might have built long-term security. When housing, healthcare, debt payments, and daily essentials all rise together, they lift the financial floor of life. Even if income increases, it often rises at the same pace as these costs. So people work harder, earn more, and still feel stuck. Saving does not feel impossible because of one bad habit. It feels impossible because the system leaves very little surplus to begin with. Understanding this shift does not solve everything, but it explains why old advice can feel outdated. When the floor rises, the space for savings shrinks. And that changes how financial life feels. This is Simplexplain, complex ideas simply explained.